Hey everyone, Rather Than Incoherent here, back with more Rome Total War Remastered Germania campaign. Last time I'd pretty much finished the turn, but I wasn't quite sure what to do with these armies. I have a diplomat coming to sue for peace with Britannia, so I don't actually want to wipe out this stack. And while I do want to kill Gaul's stack, I have the awkward problem of not wanting to kill the person next to them, who they are allied with. And these chariots are a fucking problem. I don't want to fight them at all. And this army severely lacks cavalry, so using it feels awkward to begin with. So honestly, and this is bizarre and wrong since the last turn I moved right, I think I'm just going to head west. That can't ever be right. Surely it's correct to attack the Gallic army and ambush these as soon as they come in. Yeah, that's gotta be right. I'm doing this. This turn I can now attack Gaul. As soon as these guys come in, I can rout them off the battlefield. And if I kill them, great. If I don't, great. And I will try fight Night Battle just to see if I can actually get away with it, but I don't think I can. Like, I don't know what Night Battles do in this version of the game, because I could have sworn that they allowed you to negate reinforcements, but evidently that's not the case. Now, according to the battle map at the actual campaign start, they should clearly be coming in from the corner, but I've never seen that in Rome Remastered, so I think they'll actually be coming in from the top middle. Let's find out, though. Oh, they're coming in from directly behind us.
They have brought even more. No matter.
This isn't what I thought would be happening, but it is the same idea. Every time I've seen reinforcements in Remaster, they've come from a center of the map. They've never come from a corner. And maybe that's how it used to work and I just don't remember it right. Or maybe it's been changed. Need them to load in a little bit because I can't tell where the fuck they're at. Okay. So I don't think I've correctly intercepted this at all now that they apparently come in here. And in fact, I'm so far from intercepting that I need to form up, like, where I'm currently at. It looks like they want to come fight me, which is almost certainly the incorrect decision and good for me. Yeah, that looks like they're clearly trying to hit me. So I'll just give the attack command here. Surely they just get fucking destroyed here, charging an entire army of spearmen with just their generals, right? That would be ridiculous if they were anything close to winning. I say as my units are already beginning to rout because fucking barbarian mercenaries. Alright, their family members routing, at least.
The enemy king is a worthless dog. He
Okay,
runs
good.
from death and our swords.
So that's
Enemy army runs.
both of them retreating, though neither of them dead, which is not what you want to say. I would have liked to kill one of them, just so that I never have to deal with them in the future. And my barbarian mercenaries are probably going to manage to lose their entire unit. Oh no, they've come to their senses. So now they can come stand over here and pretend to be a part of our line until they rout at an inopportune moment. Because I can't believe for a single second they're actually going to be like a real useful army. Now I'm going to draw out my phalanx to the full length. Going to put 3 of the mercenaries on this flank. 2 of them on this one. The cavalry further out on this one. Screeching women in the middle of the line. Skirmishers on either side of the line. And I'm going to have all of this drop down and arrange in the phalanx formation. And because we're not quite ready yet, I'm not going to actually push forward. As the guy with the phalanx, I'd never really need to push forward. So are these both warlords, or is one light cavalry? One's light cavalry. That's very good for me. They look like they've decided that they don't actually want to do this, and they're going to retreat. Well, I don't want to let them retreat, so I'm going to do my best to run down as many units as I can. And everyone else just needs to be running after this as fast as they can, so that I can actually attack once my generals have managed to stop them from routing. Because right now my job is literally just to charge these units directly in the rear, and try to prevent any sort of controlled retreat. I want to make sure as many of them die as possible. It looks like the Gauls were only willing to take this fight because they were trusting their Britannian allies to actually do something with that chariot. Now, do I get a rout here, or am I going to have to actually fight it? I assume I will actually have to fight it. Well, I will get nothing, because I'll neither rout them nor charge them. I'll get caught on this unit instead. And now I have to retreat because they're fully coming after me. It looks like I'm only going to get a single unit of Spear Warband, which sucks, but it's more than nothing. Jesus, man. The AI is leaving something to be desired, right? Like, I'm literally just telling them to charge a unit that's directly in front of them, and they're fucking it up. Alright. Now, please, actually hit him this time. Holy shit, that's depressing to watch. Well, that half unit of Barbarian Cavalry seems to be actually literally worthless. Yeah, so this unit's going to rout and get run down, and that's the end of the fight because I can't catch anything else. Have my General's Cavalry actually failed to catch them? Okay, good, they managed to catch them. I was going to be very upset. Losing 150-ish men to kill one warband doesn't feel very efficient because reducing the soldiers in this army for Britain doesn't really matter. That will regenerate over time. Okay, so Gaul is going to retreat, I assume, towards Gaul, but I need to know specifically where. Everyone's going left, which is the direction I wanted to take this army anyway. Are they on their boats? It looks like no, unless this is displayed very poorly. They are not on their boats. But something is on their boats. They are actually trying to bring more troops over. I get another trade increase for Superior Commander. And I believe that was the end of this turn. So let's see what happens in the interim. Now I've got a diplomat moving up to Dacia, which is kind of funny. God, every time I load the game, at the end of the first turn I take, there's that awful glare, and I do not know how to fix that. I'm actually going to build a unit of peasants now and just bring these two warbands down to defend Lovashik. Same with bringing this general over to command that army. And if this can recruit barbarian peasants, I'll do that next turn, take these Illyrian Peltas with me. Now, it doesn't look like it's going to be that hard to fight Dacia, but I'd rather not if I can sue for peace.
Our patience
Do they think a ceasefire is good? No, they think they had the advantage in the war. That is genuinely baffling. So Scythia and Thrace are at war. The Seleucids allied with Egypt, made a ceasefire with Armenia. Oh, they allied with Egypt by becoming their protectorate. That's quite funny. And the Greeks have declared a ceasefire with the Julii. Now this stack is looking much better this time around than last time. I would like to actually repair the walls in the city. So I've destroyed their temple to their heathen gods and made a shrine to Donar because I would like to make Berserkers someday. I don't think I'm going to, but I'd like to have the possibility open. Meanwhile, my faction heir is going to kill their faction leader at Segesta next turn. Yeah, he's just got 3 units of Town Watch. He's fucked. Does not stand a chance. Unfortunately, the only mercenaries around are these Barbarian mercenaries, which I'm not even convinced are making my armies better with how easily they rout. This is rather funny. Their faction leader is being used as a scout the same way that my worthless half unit of cavalry is. Now, I don't like ignoring these 2 units, but also, like, it'll be fine if I ignore them. So I'm going to go ahead and push this faction leader off. It looks like I just take my cavalry. I can start the next fight. Then I can move these guys in as reinforcements. And this is probably their faction leader dead. I just have to spend a while positioning it. Okay, so this is rather funny to look at. Going to move the whole thing just a little bit forward. I need to rebind my keys. I've not actually changed the remastered keys from their defaults in Classic at all. But having P as pause instead of spacebar is clearly terrible. Okay. At this point, I think it's time to begin the march with my phalanxes. He's surprisingly just letting this happen. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm worried that'll actually make him rout. Not rout, but yeah, he's just going to let the phalanxes walk all the way into him. Huh. I'm very confused by this. Alright, I'm going to move all of this over here. I have these units of cavalry charge in. Like, I'm sure this one unit's losing, but it's fine. It's acceptable losses for fighting a family member.
Your warlord runs from the enemy.
Wait, my warlord? Oh, my reinforcements warlord is the one he charged. That's fine. That's not a big deal at all. This is easily going to be the death of their general. Like, I can't ever imagine this going poorly, even if he does manage to rout one unit and kill 3/4 of it.
The cries of dying enemies are sweet music.
Yeah, so he goes out killing 180 men in that unit that he charged, which is kind of hilarious how much damage he managed to do for how little tactics were employed, but it's fine. Now I will join back up with the rest of the army. And based on the borders here, I can assume the city must be somewhere in this area. There's another rebel city up here that I think Gaul took earlier in the game based on faction borders on this map. Oh shit, I moved them. I'm not going to get the man of the hour. God damn it. I hate that so much. Britain does appear to have landed this soldier, so let's make him get back in the water immediately. Oh, he seems to have retreated somewhere other than the boat. So I guess I'll wipe out this stack real quick. Okay, let's see how and where they're deployed, and the answer is just directly in front of us, so we're going to walk up for a while. Okay, at this point I have all my phalanxes get into formation, and push directly ahead all the way into the enemy line, after I get my arrows over there. I'm going to have all of these run forward to get their arrows off. And I'm going to start moving all of these barbarian mercenaries up on the wing so that they can actually contribute at some point. I'm going to do the same with these screeching ladies. Maybe I'll actually use their ability for once. We've got slingers, 1 warband, 2 warbands, and swordsmen. Swordsmen, much like most infantry units, are going to sort of suck versus this phalanx. So it looks like the battle's finally being joined by our phalanxes, and they are fleeing on half their units. And I will have all of these warbands run forward to start flanking. Is this their warband? It is. The unit that routed instantly stopped routing, it looks like, which is always a fun joke. Oh no, it's not that unit that routed, it's this warband over here. This is getting very silly with how far back everything has run. Have this light cavalry actually just fight the routing unit. There we go. They're going to end up fighting the swordsmen, aren't they?
The enemy warlord shows his worth. Nothing. Any of our warriors would die rather than run.
Okay.
Enemy flee from the field like frightened goats.
This should be fairly easy to run down, provided my pathfinding makes any effort to do so. So we lose 85 men and we wipe out a stack of 800. I'm always going to be okay with 10 to 1 KD. That should make Britain a bit more willing to accept our ceasefire, seeing as the odds of them actually winning the war go down every time they get destroyed like that. Now, sadly I don't think there's anything else to do. I got a sword bearer for another general, which is always nice. But I think that's the whole turn. If I try to bribe a Dacian army, how much do they tend to want? Oh. Is that it? They just want 1,400? How many units is this? Did the price go up when I didn't take it the first time? It looks like. But still, even at 1,500, I will bribe this stack. Just like, killing 4 units for 1,500 is a pretty solid deal for someone I'm about to go to war with using an incredibly small army. So, would you even want a ceasefire? No, they think it's very demanding. Well, that'll be it for this turn then. Oh, right, I have to move this man. If I hit backspace, can I take over? I can. Good. Awesome. So he moves to Trier, where I can retrain everything. Sadly, I don't have the population to add anything new to the army, but that'll be fine. Now we can actually see what happens in the interim, and Gaul has a million diplomats, but none of them are here to make peace. Okay. I knew that they might be able to take Lugdunum at some point, but again, there's nothing left in Lugdunum to take, so I don't really care about this. Mediolanum, on the other hand, will be much more problematic for me. Okay, so checking the interim. There's a flash flood that actually affects my settlements. That's kind of tragic. Gaul has besieged 2 of my settlements, and oh! Was that my husband? Yeah, that was somebody who married into the family. I sent them this way to join up and lead an army, and they got bribed. Did it say by who? Well, I guess I can just, like, go over and check if I really wanted to. But I've got plenty of enemies, and it doesn't really affect me which one specifically did this. Recruit a peasant. Move this down to go fight Dacia. and have the Illyrian mercenaries join it. The Julii are at war with the Greek cities again. Both of these are just family members standing around. You probably should back. Okay, I will fight this battle, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna just walk at the enemy as fast as I can.
They are scared. They have brought even more men.
I can't imagine losing this, and I'm gonna put my barbarian mercenaries in the front so that they can take the damage when the charges happen. I'm just gonna have all of my spear warbands start moving up while this charge happens. I'm gonna have these run up and start screaming. They've already routed it immediately. It's kind of funny. I wonder if that means that there is an effect from just having the Screeching Women nearby and it's amplified by their ability. But I think the best use for these Barbarian Mercenaries is definitely what I'm currently doing, where I just attack knowing they'll rout. Everyone else, however, should probably be forming up into another line. I want to kill this Gallic family member. Alright, good, we got him. Killing this British family member doesn't really mean much to me.
Attack! Attack!
So I want all the units on this side to form up on the left, and all the units on this side to form up on the right. I want my cavalry pulling back. So let's see how much this completely fails to happen. Yeah, it completely fails to happen. I would like my general to not die at the very least, though. I want these Screeching Women to scream. Okay, he's routing immediately. Let's see if he dies. Got him. I think. We didn't say anything. We've killed 2 generals, though, so there should be 1 British family member making it out of this battle. Losing 150-ish men to wipe out 2 family members of warring factions is very fair. I'm just completely fine with this. I would obviously like to lose less, but I'm not sure I can do that consistently. And unfortunately, we beat Britain up so badly that their only units are back on the boats, so we need to go find that diplomat of theirs that's been wandering around. Yes, there's actually a British diplomat standing next to this Dacian city that I can go talk to. Meanwhile, this diplomat might be getting to Gaul the fastest by going to Mediolanum. Can't possibly be that much worse to just go south, though. Here in Delicia, I will recruit another unit of Spear Warband. This city's actually getting relatively close to 6,000. Kind of surprised by that. And have this army just move south and west. And this one's going to move south looking for that last Gallic city. Which I still don't see, and I see a border here, so I must be this city going all the way north is the border I've been seeing. Wait, where the fuck is this city? Cavalry, help me out. Oh, it's right there. So on the exact edge of Fog of War. Unfortunately, it's also out of reinforcement range and gonna get sallied forth, so yeah, I made some mistakes here. I'm gonna hit withdrawal and hope it works out, probably. Now here in Trier, I've finished retraining these units. I'm gonna leave behind an extremely deplenished unit of cavalry, because I think I can get away with it. Yeah, they're not happy, but it'll work. And I'll send this down south. Even though I don't need it for the initial wars with Rome, I think eventually I'll be depleted, maybe about the time I need a boat to Sicily, but at some point, this army will be helpful in Rome. This can't do anything to Alesia, and it's not going to move past Alesia, I don't think, anyway. And as I've retrained everything here, save for 1 unit of cavalry, I can move on Ariminum. Are there mercenaries? God, no. Don't be ridiculous. So I'm going to retrain this last unit of cavalry and build another Spear Warband. I don't know if that's going to be good enough, so I'll lower the taxes just to be safe. I believe the last thing to do this episode is going to be to take the city of Segesta and kill their faction leader. And what should honestly be so one-sided it's auto-resolvable. The fact that they think it's this close, that it's only like 4-1, when the enemy just has Town Watch, is deeply insulting. So this is largely the same thing I do every single time I get into a battle with a city. Skirmishers at front, break holes in the gates, move my units somewhere they're largely safe. And it looks like I might be able to bait these in if I actually run forward.
The enemy from his own walls. The way to victory is open.
Come on, guys, get in hoplite formation. It'll be great. Yeah, as soon as they're in hoplite formation, the fight starts being an easy victory. The only thing I have to worry about is this 100-unit cavalry for their general. Now, I'm really just planning on pushing down both sides with my phalanxes. The only reason I have these cavalries on the flank is to possibly seize an opportunity if these somehow expose themselves and move down towards the phalanx. My only real plan for this fight is to just use phalanxes in the city halls, one from this side, one from that side. Well, one set from both sides, each side having 2 phalanxes. So can I move this thing forward down the hallway? Damn right I can. Which means it's probably time to move forward on the opposite end as well. Yeah, they're going to try to charge this, and it means that it's time for me to do things with my other units. Possibly. Oh, they're in phalanx formation. I don't want them in that formation. Theoretically, the general should easily lose this. He's charging into 2 phalanxes of units. But yeah, victory seems certain. Why wouldn't it? Oh, I don't understand phalanxes in this version of the game. Not one bit. Use this unit to kill an enemy unit. It's been running around routing over and over again all battle. Victory still seems certain. Jesus. What sense does that make? Please get out of the way. You are going to make these phalanxes even slower and shittier than they already are. Yeah, just... They've only lost about 20 men and they're ripping through both phalanxes. It's fucking absurd. I'm gonna have them actually run here. They're gonna need it. I'm gonna have my general try to charge down the opposite side. Oh, it's probably too late for that now, huh? I'm not super interested in having my general 1v1 his general. In fact, I'm gonna have my general move back to try to charge when this happens again. I'm gonna let him run those down. I'm gonna start having this unit try to reposition on this side to get involved from behind eventually. So this is the town square dealt with. I just need to actually beat their general, which is proving drastically harder than it has any right to be. And he's found his way around into these units, which means I can't do this in any clever way, because for some reason the general's just in the clusterfuck and unchargeable. But I will do my best to try to get a flank with this unit of cavalry. And I'll move this one up in case the flank becomes doable on this side, but... Well, victory still seems certain. The cavalry seems to be doing literally nothing this time around. It seems like there's something going on with the way units move that causes general cavalry to beat them if they get the charge off, but if they actually walk into them, they get fucking obliterated. So, it looks like I actually need to keep doing that thing I did in a previous siege, where I just put units in front of my phalanx to take the charge, and then the phalanx will win. We've upgraded the distinct as a feat possibility, so I'm going to have... Nice. If that actually chain routes immediately... I don't think we can chain route. I think there's too many of these units involved. But... I think this is now something where I can mop up with cavalry. So... That was nasty, and I lost 2 whole units of spearmen to 1 general, despite him charging head-on into the phalanx. But, yeah. Fuck it. I guess if that's how strong a general cavalry is, then that's just what you're gonna suffer when you fight them. So, assuming that that's unavoidable, which it almost certainly is, and I just don't know how to avoid it yet, this is a really good fight. It still feels terrible, though. I will be enslaving Augusta. I have no interest in trying to grow the city. Going to repair it, destroy their heathen god's temple. I'm going to build just the population happiness, the highest one you can get. Oh, there's no actual double happiness shrine for this faction. Well, that sucks. I'm going to build I guess I'm going to build a Donar, but I don't think I'm ever going to actually build anything useful out of this temple. I'm going to take what units are left. Can I recruit anything here? Or should I can? I can actually retrain here. Well, not really. I'm going to recruit 1 unit of spearmen here then. Take the whole army. and leave. And they're actually fine with that. I'm even able to increase the tax rate. I guess that's a side effect of them being, you know, basically depopulated. I'm going to move this to Iridium, and same thing I did last turn. I'm going to retrain all my units in Iridium. Now, originally I'd hoped I might be able to grow Iridium, but having retrained 2 whole stacks here, they've dropped down to 1200 pretty fucking fast. And I got a revenue increase, body slave. That doesn't really do a whole lot for me. But okay, that's it for now. I'm going to be ending this turn here. We have... like, there's a slowdown going on in the War to the West where I'm just moving stacks around. I have a lot of large armies being moved across and some very small ones. But we finally made headway into the Roman lands, and I think this is the beginning of the end for Rome. This has been Rather Incoherent. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. And I'll see you around.